We're a little late, but here we go. So we start off with the men's lounge, and Tommy tasked the men with introducing the ladies in their lives to a truth teller. Now, I don't understand why you would want to choose your ex as the truth teller, but I'm thinking not enough of them said who their ex was, and so they couldn't really call it a next date, huh? Randall's ex met with Trinika, Jamala, and Kayla, and I really liked her. She asked some really good questions, not just about their relation to him, but just their individual goals. But she was spot on when she said, everyone else answered about their specific goals relative to themselves, but Jamala answered in relation to relation to Randall, and that really wasn't the point of the question. So we clocked that. She did say Kayla has soft energy, which is interesting. Not saying that I don't think that, but that's interesting that she puts that down. She seems very assertive. Then Mike had a friend date and he invited Brandy and Kayla. And again, own with the editing, because in the previews, it looked like Kayla stormed off, and that is not the case. She did not angrily leave. She just left, as it tends to happen when there are multiple people on these types of dates, that one party tends to leave earlier than the other. The friend's observation was interesting here because he said with Kayla, there was eye contact, they were looking, you know, they're here. But with Brandy, he has like nervous energy. That leg got to shaking and he was real nervous, which I thought was cute. Like it's like a butterfly feeling for him. So then Samson had an ex date with Charisse, Looney, and Brandy. That Looney connection was way out of left field. I didn't even realize that they had a connection. I feel like they went on a date, but I don't think that that was an actual connection. Anyway, Charisse is like, I'm finna fight for my man. And Looney was like, nah, we not on that type of time. And Brandy's still on the gift giving. So, you know, the ex likes Charisse and that's that. Swayze brought Katie in to a friend date. He didn't bring his ex. And I was surprised that they're still on speaking terms. They're still apparently feeling each other, but I did think it was real funny how Kadian was like, oh, I hope they don't do the same thing to me. So clearly, you know, there's something wrong with how you interact with people and how you allowed your friend to interact with that man. But all right, cool. LJ brought his ex to meet Trinika and Looney, and oh, LJ, you should have just left her at home, because they didn't even have to dig too much to find out that she is still in love with you and that y'all been having sex like a month ago. So then there is this big group date, which I think they really just did this so that the drama would happen. I'm pretty sure that's the only reason Charisse and Kadian are still there, is because there's still drama to be had. And oh, they didn't disappoint. I don't even understand what prompted the argument. It was just Kadian's really not trying to make friends, but Charisse is like, but you said you wanted to be friends with me. You even said we could go to dinner with your sugar daddy. And then Kadian comes back with, well, you were talking about Samson's car. And I'm like, same as the men, because the men were just like, I don't, what do we do? They were just there. And that whole conversation was just one long exhale, because why? So then we get to deliberation, and it's interesting that the men's perspective about that big argument between Charisse and Kadian was that Charisse was the one who lost it. Maybe it looks different when you're there, I guess. So the two ladies on the bottom are Trinika and Looney, and Trinika came in hot. And I don't know why. That didn't really make any sense to me, because I guess, yeah, I don't know. I can't even have a justification for that, because I don't understand what the energy was. Like, it's getting down to the wire. Obviously, these decisions are going to be harder and harder. So maybe the person who they choose as not being ready to love isn't necessarily because they're not making connections. It's just maybe their other connections are stronger, and that's that on that. So I don't know why she had to come in there being all upset with Mike. But he did fix it with those arms, and they would get me every time. So in the end, Looney went home, which she was pretty cool about it. I mean, I think she realized there wasn't anyone there for her. Maybe she'll go hit up Justice after this, and they can have a at-home date or go take a walk in a park or something, because you know he ain't finna pay for nothing. The previews it's the retreat weekend, and so you know that's when everyone gets together and all of the connections get to see how their other connections are interacting, and there's usually some sort of drama. So I'm here for it, and I'm excited about next time.